Showers and storms wrapping up. The severe weather is done, but the damage has already occurred. We'll talk about what's happened and what's to come for the rest of the week.
Flash flooding led to a water rescue. I'm live in Rock Hill with the response from the fire department and the driver. Plus, slick and dangerous conditions for your morning commute. I'm live in the storm tracker, monitoring your roads.
And our team coverage continues in Creve Coeur. A live look at the flash flooding as thousands of people are waking up without power this morning.
This is Today in St. Louis, focused on you.
We're taking a live look now. I believe this is in Creve Coeur, where we just saw our Sydney Stallworth. As you can see, there's quite a bit of standing water on the road. So as you make your way out this morning, be aware of that. And remember the line,
Turn around.
Turn around, don't drown. You never know how deep that water is. Now, as the storms are leaving our area, we're still dealing with the aftermath. Overnight, heavy rain caused water rescues, submerged cars, and slick roads all across the bi-state. Strong winds also caused damage to some homes in Chesterfield. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, April 2nd. I'm Rennie Knott.
And I'm Michelle Lee. Right now, a lot of people are starting their day by assessing damage. We've got team coverage of the severe weather this morning. Mercedes McKay is keeping an eye on our roads from our storm tracker. Sydney Stallworth and Megan Kernan are keeping an eye on flooded areas where the water is starting to recede.
But right now, let's start with the guy in the big box over there, meteorologist Anthony Slaughter, who it's been a long night for you guys in the weather department, Anthony.
Yeah, I mean, I went to bed yesterday evening. Scott and Gary were on. I woke up this morning. They were still here until about 3 o'clock this morning. And I mean, the coverage just nonstop. Of course, because of the tornadoes and the warnings we had overnight. You can see the tornado watch box now has been pushed east of our area. Another one just popped up out towards Kentucky and Ohio. So this will probably be expired here or shaved away here within the next hour. It goes until 8 o'clock, but you see there's nothing behind that line of storm. So I think we're done with the severe weather component, but we still will have a few lingering showers through the day. Those green polygons you see on the map, those are flash flood warnings because of how much rain fell. 2 to 3.5 inches of rain overnight. Temperatures cool today, but we'll still have a few spotty showers near 50 this afternoon. We'll talk about the rest of the week's forecast as we dry out, keeping a close eye on Thursday. We'll show you that coming up in just a little bit.
Okay, Anthony, right now, flash flooding is a big problem across the St. Louis area. And that includes Rock Hill, where a water rescue wrapped up about an hour ago.
That's where our Megan Kernan is joining us live this morning. Megan, I understand that you also talked to the person who was rescued.
Yes, we sure did. And this man was rescued a little over an hour ago from the water here at Rock Hill Industrial Court in Manchester. Let me step out of the way so you can see some of these conditions. You can see there's vehicles stuck in the water right here. This semi truck is where the man was rescued out of. Now, Rock Hill Fire Department was called out here right before 4 a.m. this morning. Take a look at this video from earlier this morning. You can see emergency crews were on this boat rescuing the driver. Rock Hill Fire Chief says thankfully the man was not injured at all. Now, the driver tells us he was sleeping in his semi truck waiting for this business to open up nearby to deliver wood, and that's when he says the water started rushing in and he got stranded.
We had a gentleman that was dropping off some product in the morning, so he was in his vehicle, his truck, and then the water comes up so fast that he got stranded in there, so we had to rescue him by boat.
I was sleeping last night and I woke up like 2 a.m. and I saw the water around me, my truck, and I tried to open the door, but the water was touching my door a little bit.
Now, such a scary situation for that driver, but again, thankfully he was not injured at all, and crews just reopened the road not too long ago. But this is a good reminder, the Rock Hill Fire Chief says, if you see any water going on the roadways, do not drive through it. Turn around immediately and do not attempt to drive through it. Live in Rock Hill, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Thanks so much, Megan. We're continuing our team coverage in our storm tracker right now.
And that is where we find our Mercedes McKay. She's heading out to Chester, Illinois. And Mercedes, you've been driving around all night, checking on things for us. Any changes at all? Are things improving at all?
Rennie, things are improving immensely. We got in the storm tracker around 4 a.m. this morning. We were dealing with a lot of rain, a lot of slick spots on the highway, but we've been smooth sailing probably for about an hour and a half now, since about 4:30 this morning. We are heading to Chester, Illinois, because Ameren, Illinois is reporting that thousands of customers in that area are without power right now. We also heard from the emergency services manager in Chester, Illinois, that said there are down power lines and there are streets that are closed in that area. I'm going to flip the camera over. We just got onto I-55 heading to Chester, Illinois. Roads look good out there. You know, the slickest spots where you're going to have during your morning commute are in that construction zones area and under the overpass. So make sure you're driving slow there. But since these roads look good, I want to show y'all video of what happened overnight here. Take a look at this video. Our Megan Kernan shot this. This was out of Swansea, Illinois, right around 2 a.m. this morning. Really, really heavy downpour there. Probably you woke up to that. I know I woke up to that this morning. Then we also got some shots our executive producer did of the zoo. That's near the zoo on I-64. That was around midnight. So again, that's how heavy that rain was coming down. That's why we're seeing this flooding in certain parts of our area. And then take a look at this shot. This shot was actually from our tower camera. We got this out of the St. Louis Arch, the lightning there. So we were seeing that all over the bi-state over the overnight hours. Now back here in the storm tracker, we are smooth sailing here. We're about to head to Chester, Illinois. Hopefully in the 6:30 hour, we will be able to show you guys where those down power lines are. But if you're heading outside right now, please drive slow and be safe. Live in the storm tracker, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Mercedes. Now, all that overnight rain is now causing more traffic headaches.
Yeah, several roads in the area are closed because of high water. Sydney Stallworth is in Creve Coeur with a look at the flooding there. And Sydney, you made a joke earlier, but you actually saw fish swimming by.
Michelle, Rennie, that's right, small ones. And this is actually the middle of the road, believe it or not. I'm at Creve Coeur Mill Road, just off of Olive, standing literally down the double yellow line. I want to give you a look at where this water is coming from, and it is flowing. This is not just standing water, it's moving through. This is usually a pond in this area, not far from Creve Coeur Mill Road. There's actually Creve Coeur Creek, which is very, very close to here. Now, the amount of rain that we saw overnight and this morning leading to flash flooding in our area. This is just one example of this. I'm going to move out to the side and show you what we see further down Creve Coeur Mill Road. There's actually a small bridge back there, and there's water on the bridge as well. We can say at least a couple of inches deep where we're standing, and we know it looks like it dips down a little bit back there. We've seen a few drivers in this area make their way through in the bigger SUVs, but we did see one driver just a couple minutes ago before you guys came to us think about coming through this water and deciding against it, which of course we would advise you, because when you try to make it through this standing water, you run the risk of stalling your vehicle. This isn't the only instance of flooding that we saw this morning. We want to give you a look at what we were seeing early in the hours of this morning on I-64. Several instances of flooding there. There was an issue of flooding at I-64 in Taylor and I-64 and Boyle as well. Some standing water there. At one point, police officers came out to park in front of that standing water and deter drivers from trying to make their way through. One final look here at Creve Coeur Mill Road at just how deep this water is, and I want to give you a look at the fact that it's moving through very, very quickly. Again, make sure that you turn around, don't drown, and try to make your way through here. A couple of neighbors we've seen make it out of luck, but in this area, it doesn't look like the water is receding anytime soon. That's the very latest from Creve Coeur. Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Sydney. More flash flooding in the St. Louis metro area. This is high water at Brentwood and Russell. Our 5 on your side photographer shot this video around 5 o'clock this morning. Right now, we don't know if there's any reports of damage in that area. Let's toss Paul Cook down for a look at our traffic, and this is going to be an issue for quite some time on the roads, I would imagine.
Yes, incredible pictures from overnight, and currently we have the highway shut down here on 270 going eastbound at New Florissant. Excuse me, yes, it's not a good situation here. You can see all lanes blocked there. Now that's going eastbound on 270 New Florissant. The solution around that one is Pershall. Take that if you're going eastbound. And this accident happened about 10 minutes ago. You can see everyone exiting off don't go in that area if you can. That is a live camera, and you could see the delay here on the right side of your screen. Otherwise, we've got a few issues here. Creve Coeur Mill Road, that area a little bit flooded out. Don't go there. Downtown Bridges moving, but you also have some ponding water there in Illinois at 70 and 3rd Street. And new this morning, all lanes of westbound I-44 are back open after this tractor trailer spun out around 141, that overpass, and there was one lane open as tow trucks worked to clear the interstate. What a scene there. We're working to learn if anyone was hurt.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. You know, everyone at home has sent in so many great photos and videos of the storm in our area. I want to show you, look at this hail. This is over in Chesterfield. We had a lot of storm reports coming in from Chesterfield. We've been talking about just, you know, looking like snow there. We've just seen so many incredible pictures. We've also seen a lot of downed trees. You know, we've been talking about that, you know, turn around, don't drown, lots of flash flooding. This is also in Dutzow as well. So lots of storm reports to get through, down trees. That's what I was talking about over in Chesterfield. Not only have we seen pea-size hail, Anthony, but we also saw, I would say, maybe golf ball size hail as well last night.
Yeah, definitely. It's just incredible. I mean, when we get this kind of activity, especially overnight, you sometimes wake up to more devastation, and it seems as though we didn't have the worst of what could have happened. Even though we had a lot of reports, you know, we just didn't have any tornadoes in our area, at least confirmed, although we did have several warnings dating back to even just yesterday afternoon. You can see how St. Louis Metro is just encompassed here in these storm reports from yesterday. Mostly hail, some wind damage as well, and even down in Chester, some wind damage reported there, and even in just southeast of Sparta, you did have some reports of damage there as well. So now we're done with the heavy rain. We still do have flash flood warnings. You see the green overlays, the boxes there, and that's just because of the amount of rain that came down. 2 to 3.5 inches of rain did fall. And while we're done with the severe weather component right now, we still will have a few showers rotate in around this area of low pressure. So we're not completely out of the clear. Those showers back towards western Missouri moving our direction. Cool this week. It is April. We should be in the 60s. We will be in the 50s through the rest of the week, including Thursday, which is the Cardinals home opener. We'll take a look at the rest of the week's forecast coming up.
All right. Well, if you didn't use the QR code to get the forecast, you can also text the word weather to 314-425-5355, and we'll send you a link straight to your phone.
As we head the break here on today's St. Louis at 6 a.m., a live look in Rock Hill right now where there was a water rescue. As you can see, one car stuck there deep in the water. There's also a truck that is stuck as well. Our Megan Kernan is live for us out there. She'll bring us the very latest coming up.